Hello everyone, welcome at the Title Tuesday. I am Katie Tazalashvili, Georgian Woman Grandmaster, and I am so happy to be here and to be the host of the show. You can already see the players who have already registered. It is just 1 minute and 30 seconds before the start of the game, so I will quickly show you the format and the prices, and then I'll come back to the chess board. So here we have 11 rounds. It's gonna be Swiss system. The tournament is happening every Tuesday. The time control is 3 minutes with only 1 second increment. And now let's take a look at the prices. The total prize fund is $1,600 and the winner will get $750. Second place will get $400. Third place will get $150. There is a prize for fourth place, best female chess player, and also best streamer as well. So they will get 100 each. Now let's take a look at the standings. Here we have Hikaru Nakamura, of course, as the first number. We have also Grishuk. This is something amazing. Also, we have another Russian player, Andreikin here, number 3. Alexander Bortnik is here, and so on and so on. You can see all the amazing players here. If you know the names of these players, who has nicknames on Chess.com, just let me know who they are. And also, of course, if you see something interesting happening in the other games which I'm not covering, you can let me know about that. I'll just fix the board. Here we have the fixed board and the first game. So this is a game of Hikaru against Igor Gulkov, who is an international master from Russia, and we have a bit passive opening for black, where all the pawns are on the 6th rank so far. But there will be some play here after knight e7 or knight f6. We might have castle and then f5. So, and I see many players are guessing the moves. Many of them got it right. Let me guess. Oh yeah, I have seen this from Hikaru. He likes to push g5 and then he likes to play knight g6, knight f4. But in this case, the opponent allows g4, so he's going for this. And I just forgot to say hello to our dear chat. How I dare to not to say hello to our chat. It is so good to be here. I'm sure we're gonna have amazing day today. So it's gonna be 11 rounds. And last time when I did this, the time went so fast I didn't even remember it was only 11 rounds. So I hope everything is fine. If it's not fine, just let me know and I will fix it. I think, yeah, board is fine. That's most important, that the board is fine and I don't cut any files from the board. So f4 is quite an ambitious move. Look at the center of white. But Hikaru feels very comfortable with this system. I see that Grishuk have already won. The game has not been played. Seems like the opponent did not appear at the board. Let's take a look to the next game. Here we have Andreikin against Dainash, international master from India. And yeah, who stands here better? Am I supposed to have a bar over here or not? That's a good question. I wish to have a bar. I wish to have a bar on this side, so I will see what's happening. I love f6 move. That opens g file for the rook. So is it forced to take on f6? Maybe black should not open the g file. Yeah. But bishop d4 sort of forces black to make some decision with g7 pawn, but black ignores that and goes with rook e8. I wonder if white sacrificed an exchange or black got the exchange, but in any case, white has a really nice game here. The G pawn is gone. If white managed to get this knight somehow, hop, 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 and then hop here, that's gonna be a long journey, and black is going to pin the knight. Black is not going to allow that. And the next can be d4 here, just to trade the queens. That's the easiest one, and he's going for that. Of course, black has an extra material, and trading the queens is the best here. After 94, simply take on d2 and then on g5. So white is going all in. White is going all in. So this is a piece sacrifice, and black seems to calculate everything. They have enough time. Both players, 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's enough time to calculate all the variations in the tactics here. Black has an extra rook and is not afraid at all. It's not afraid at all. Let me know in the chat who's your favorite and who do you root today. That's gonna be more fun. Yeah, white is checking, I think, the last chances here, but for anyway, rook has this beautiful spot on f5 that cuts a file. There's no more check. That should be resignation soon, or maybe 1 or 2 more check. I see Grishuk. I see Grishuk. Okay. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting if we have the final match Hikaru Grishuk. I think that's something that we all are willing for. Yeah, this is simply winning position for black. I'm sure it's not hard to convert. Let's get back to the game of Hikaru. It's still middle game here. And the white pawns are pushing. White is pushing the pawns forward and forward. It was long castle, the last move. So if I were white, I would just capture this pawn and then I would just enter on the 7th ring. He's doing that. So I see that Grishuk is chat's new favorite player today. Yeah, I see that. And if you have somebody who is playing at this event and who has a good chances to get in top 4 players, just let me know. And which country you're from. From Georgia, we have Giga. Giga is the best, and he won once one title Tuesday. So yeah, he's Georgian guy. There are more games, but all the top guys have already finished. Let me get at the next game. I'm Dimitri from Germany. I think I should know this, but I don't know who he is exactly. If somebody knows in the chat, please let me know. Do we have some top guys here today from India? Usually they play the event, right? Black has extra 2 pawns in this position, but look at this king. King is quite active. King is quite active on d6. However, it attacks nothing and it doesn't create any weakness. Let me put the evaluation bar. That's more exciting, I guess. White is trying the last chances. White wants to get rook on h6 to kick the king backwards and then to try to push the pawn with the help of the king and the bishop. I think that's a counterplay, but now black is stopping that with bishop f7. Here we have a check that kicks the king in the center. And can I play rook a6 here? We have predictions. What is the predictions? Hikaru or someone else? Yeah, that's a good predictions. You guys can go there and predict what's gonna happen in your yeah, what do you think that's gonna happen? So this game has ended. Let me check if we have more games over here. And let's take a look at this one. I saw one Georgian player here as well. So this is a checkmate. Black managed to use the weakness of the king, and this is, oh wow, this is gonna last forever. This gonna last forever or not? Maybe not, because this knight on d4 is just such a perfect piece, controls all the squares. There are no single check for white, and I believe it should not be really hard for black to checkmate. Oh no, you guys saw that? It was a queen blunder. It was a queen blunder. It was a queen blunder, but white did not see. So after this queen h1, it was winning game. So this is the end. How this ended? Black won. All right. Black won. So something like this might happen when you don't have much of the time. We have seen this. We have seen this. How about this game? This has already finished. The final game. No. No, that's gonna be a long one. No, they agreed on a draw. They're saving the energy. It's just first round. We have to see, and they have to play 10 more rounds. So yeah, it's a good decision to end it really quickly. We have seen that players are they are playing hundreds of moves in that kind of position, but not here, because yeah. It's not relevant now. The game has started. Hikaru is not making a move. 10 seconds has already passed. What's happening? He's not making a move. 20 seconds passed. Okay, he's making a move right now. That was a bit of time loose here, but he can easily catch up with, especially with the pre-moves. There is 1 second increment, and whenever you have winning position, it's just easier to pre-move. So here we have Hikaru's favorite setup. I would say that he likes to fianchetto bishop on b2 and on g2 as well, as I remember. But in this position, I think it will be just loss of time. So he just developed the bishop on d3. Now h7 pawn is hanging. Black can play h6. That I think is the safest. If g6, we might see h4, h5 in the future. So that's why h6 looks safer. But I would not be surprised if I see long castle here and then g4, g5. Okay, g6. Go h4. No, not yet. Okay, castle is smart here. He wants to play bishop g6, so black has to move the queen, and then we're gonna see h4. This is a bet. You guys can also write in the chat if you think that, if you agree with me, and if you think that Hikaru will play h4, h5. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's the plan for him. Come on, h4. We're in good shape. We're in good shape. You guys also agree with me, right? Oh no. Once in a while I have to receive this question, how to pronounce my last name. So I have to do it. I have to do it now, because you will be asking later again. So let me do it now. Let me do it now. So my last name is super easy to pronounce. So first part, second part are the same. It is Tsa, and the last part is super easy, Lashvili. So it's Tsa Lashvili. Thank you, Dirki, you just spelled it correctly in the chat. Thank you. And greetings to Let's Chess community who are right now in the chat, and yeah, also to Chess.com community. So we have each file open, and now white can simply double the rooks on each file. Black will also try to do same. Rook h8 here we have on the board. What's the follow-up here? What is the follow-up? Yeah, I'm from Georgia. I'm from Georgia. If you wonder where this last name is from. Meanwhile, can we quickly go to the Grishuk's game? Let's check it out. How he's doing here. So after round 1, he has 100%, and he's playing. Oh, he's playing Lawrence Trent. Oh, nice. So yeah, British commentator and a chess player, international master, is now playing Title Tuesday and now facing Grishuk. That's heavy to face Grishuk in the second round. But he's doing fine, I think. I like the 93 and 95. Now the rook is hanging. On the other hand, there is an isolated pawn on d5. Maybe rook d1 makes sense here. Or first bishop b4, just to... Oh, I like bishop b4. I like bishop b4, bishop a5, just to pin the knight. I like that idea. The other can be a rook d1, simply that move. Rook c1. Okay, Bard does not agree with Trent here. I think bishop b4 was a very nice move there. And now black has to push the pawn forward. Hold on, can I capture the knight on e3? This is what black is considering right now, to capture knight on e3 and then to capture another knight on e8. So it's gonna be 2 pieces for a rook. Is it worth? I think it's worth. So rook f8. After thinking several seconds here, black decided it was not worth to give the rook. Yeah, actually it's like back rank weakness is very important in chess, as you might have seen in many puzzles. So here black has no time to play some moves like h6 or g6, as white is attacking with all the moves. Oh no, this rook is anyway gone. The rook is anyway gone. All right, here's a pin. So this is a better variation, I think, for black. And white cannot get rid of this pin that easily, and the bishop can be captured by a knight. 13 seconds for white. And king g2 was played. Oh wow, king g2. Pieces are hanging. The bishop is hanging on f8. Everybody ignores that. They're ignoring it. So queen now captures. Queen captures because if knight captured on f8, then f7 pawn was hanging with a check. We have a new poll here. The question is if Trent become a great master. You guys can vote. You guys can vote there if you think that he can become a grandmaster, and yeah, most of the people think that he can. But you guys, you need to be more active in the polls in our chat. You might get some channel points with that, and also with the predictions. Oh, rook c6 was a pre-move, I think. Rook c6 was a pre-move. 3 seconds on the clock for white. This is quite tense. Oh, rook takes a 98. Oh no, there was a blunder. There was a blunder. 98 anyway. Knight f6 now. Take, and what, knight, queen e3? There's no check, so queen e3 makes sense. Knight d3. Yeah, and we have a flag. What about this endgame? This is winning endgame, pawn endgame. The king helps the pawn. Meanwhile, Hikaru won the game. Yeah, this is very good technique. So what's happening over here? Oh, that is a bit complicated for me to calculate. Black has an extra rook, right? Yeah, this is completely winning. Yeah, this is completely winning. Although the knight is tricky piece. Knight is tricky piece. Knight. If I were black, I would just keep this rook away, like e8 or h8, not close to my pieces. And there is some chance also for stalemate. So there we go. Rook h7, rook h1 maybe. Rook h3 just cuts the third rank. Yes, we do have good food and good wine. Yes, I'm happy that you liked. And you guys, if you have not been in Georgia, it is worth to go. I promise. I promise with that. This is the previous round. How about this round? All right, we have here extra rook for white, and there's no chance to hold this position with black, as the king is super active. How about this game? And this has been already ended. So that's the end of the round 2. And the next round has already started. So we have here with white pieces Dmitry Maximov, grandmaster from Ukraine, against Hikaru Nakamura. Yeah, this rating is insane. 23, so no, not 20, that's my rating. 32, 33. And once again, he's going with his favorite setup. Yeah, pawns on the 6th rank. He's not pushing pawns on the 5th rank. Oh no, he does. He does. He does. Yeah. This reminds me the positions in Caro-Kann defense. And in Caro-Kann defense, there is a problem of light square bishop, but I think black has already solved here because there is some chances knight h6, bishop f5 to trade the bishops, and there will be no chance to, you know, to hope for win with white. To say no chances, I think is too extreme. Yeah, but there is no problem for black after bishop trade. Bishop takes, then knight f5, h4. This looks really promising for black. Just to get on g3. Yeah, there we go. Okay, the question is black going to castle on the short side, or black is going to leave the king in the center? This is question to you guys. What you think? Black is going to castle, or he's going to keep the king in the center? This is kind of typical maneuvering here in this structure when bishop on g7 does not so much, and he gets this bishop on a3 f8 diagonal. Now from here it attacks on the queen side, and also after bishop e7 it guards some squares on the king side as well. Castle, no castle. Okay, I think it will be no castle so far, and then maybe in the end he'll castle. In the end, when the queen side is open, he will castle to bring h8 rook into the game. That's my predictions. Oh, no, he's not castling. So you guys want that. Yeah, there is this maneuvering too. Rook f, king f8, king g7. Yeah, that's also good maneuvering there. True. Yeah, this is a very good position for black. I know the bar says here that it's equal, but for human perspective, it's quite pleasant to play because you have a plan. Your plan is to push for creative weakness on c3, then occupy open files, and slowly just get better position. But computer sees some defense that I can't and humans can't, but yeah, it's clearly black has better position and better situation on the time. White managed to occupy a file first. Does it change anything? B takes C, B takes C. that creates c3 weakness. Black can also push b3 and create this weakness, but I don't think that's relevant here. What? Just like that, he's going for the pawn. And what cannot escape this knight? I wouldn't know. I would never imagine rook h5 here as a candidate move. Oh wow, he is greedy today. He wants to get the pawn. Knight on e3. Well, if knight captures the knight, bishop comes here and that guards g5 square. So maybe just take here, knight takes and pawn takes. Oh no, pawn cannot take because h5 is hanging. All right, knight e3 is a safer. Black is not fighting for a file. Well, when it's open file, it's good to fight, right? You can access then on the weaknesses. But seems like Hikaru had here a different plan, and he wanted to win the pawn. But White found this brilliant source. Knight e3 was really nice. Oh wait, is he going to get this knight no matter what? Okay. Rook, yeah, he captures, and now another knight goes on f5. Yeah, f5 is a very important square. It blocks f-file, it guards h4 pawn, and in any end games or whenever the rooks gets and the queens will get on the second rank, knight g3 will create a checkmate rank, checkmate threats. And now he's trying to trade some rooks. Yeah, that's a good technique. Knight g3, maybe knight e4 now is a move that attacks this pawn and this pawn also. I have a feeling that h8 rook should come into the game. That weird feeling. We need more rooks. One is not enough. Yeah, h4 pawn and the knight on f5 is just a very good combo. They create the mating threats towards the white king. So queen d8. He really wants to get this pawn. He really wants to get this pawn at any price. Queen c1 now guards this pawn. Knight g3, knight e4 possible. Queen a2. Yeah, queen is here. Queen is here. This now attacks on g2, or this. So it is winning. Let's find it together. Let's find before he founds. Queen e2. My guess was queen e2 there. Yeah, queen e2. There we go. Hello everyone who just joined us. Thank you for being here, and let's guess some moves if we can guess the moves of top grandmasters. Knight e3. Okay, queen d8 and there's king h7. So there's no more checks there, and black is hoping that there is a checkmate. Knight f1, knight g3, and queen h1 is a checkmate. You see guys, h4, knight f5, it's a perfect combo. Let's get back to Grishuk's game because he's still playing and he has seconds on the clock. Less time than his opponent, and Grandmaster Ivan from Serbia, is it? Yeah, Serbia. And the game has ended in a draw. Oh wow, the game has ended in a draw. This is kind of upset, right? Because look at the rating difference. Look at the rating difference, it's huge. And after round 3, Grishuk is no longer a player with 100% of the scores. Of course, it's not a big deal because we have just started. But it is upset. Indeed, it is upset. This is the final round before the break. After round 4, players will have a break. And I've just seen that we have right now 491 players at this arena. Okay, let's take a look to the next game. Maybe I know someone. Vladislav Kovalev. Yes, we know him. Against Vasily Korchman. So knight f6, white wants to promote the pawn on g8, and it's impossible to stop that. So next game. This has been already finished with a draw. Do you have anything in progress? Only 2 games. Let's take this. Okay, f6. If white tries too much, the king on h5 is actually stuck. So that's a draw. That's a draw. It's impossible to win this. Here we have a draw. And the last game has also ended in a draw. Only bishop cannot win. It's impossible to win with 1 bishop or 1 knight. Oh, what exotic princess here? He's playing against Hikaru. We're gonna be focused on this game so much. So the game will start very soon, and this is right before the first break. We have 1:45. You guys, please write in the chat who do you support. Joey is from Georgia, and Hikaru is a chess magician. I don't know who I'm supporting. I'm supporting the best player in this match, but you guys can support your favorite, and do let me know in the chat who you support. Yeah, I have questions like that when I was a kid, like why I cannot win with 1 bishop? It's possible to win it. I was trying so hard to checkmate in my head, but I could not. So it is quite tricky, guys. So you cannot checkmate with only 1 bishop. That's true. Badr is dancing. Really? He's dancing right now? I'm sure he will have after party dance. I'm sure with that. Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing chess player. I don't know about the dancer. You guys can have your own opinion about his dance. But it's fun, I guess. You can enjoy with it. Yeah, I think he's quite focused right now, but we're gonna have after party, I'm sure with that. Knight f4, queen c3. Okay, there is little trick here. It's not like I wanted to win everything. When somebody tells you something, you need to understand why it is so. And you need to understand it, not to remember it. You just need to understand things. And that's normal, I guess. Joby is the highest Georgian male chess player. And I think closest to him is down to 100 points, if not more. Bishop on h3 sacrifice, but it's not working. It's not working according to the engines, but it's super hard for human brain. So what is happening here after taking? Why has to take this, right? You can take it. Oh no, we might see something very tragical here. Rook comes. If he managed to rook lift, that might be something. Yeah. Katie cannot be a male singer. Katie cannot be male singer. It can be female singer, but it's female name. We don't have Yeah, it's just female name. And if you meant Katie Melwa, yeah, she's Georgian and she's amazing. So you guys, do you think that Hikaru can win this game? Like, what is his plan? All these squares are occupied. The queen cannot really get into the game. This square is also occupied. So, that's tough. Now queen h4 is coming, and if white managed to trade the queens, there will be an extra piece for 2 pawns only. So 2 pawns is not enough. We know that the knight and the bishop is equal to 3 pawns. And it really depends on the position. Me personally, I prefer to have a piece rather than pawns, because, you know, pieces can jump there and here and capture the pawns. Yes, Katie Mello, yeah. Katie's common name. Let's say Ketevan is common name. You might know many Ketevans in chess world. But my friends were kind to me, and they gave me at least short first name and the long last name. So if it's Ketevan and Tsatsalaishvili, it could be way too long. So Joby won this. Oh wow, we have hero resignation. Oh wow, that was dramatic. This sacrifice here was not really necessary. The rook is hanging right now, but black can play bishop e6. But it's easy to talk. It's easy to judge with the bar and with the computer. But yeah, at the beginning I thought it's perfect. This sacrifice is perfect. But then I saw the bar went down for white, and I was like, oh, okay, it's not working. But yeah, so that's the end in here, and let's go there. What's happening? Grishuk and Greg Shahad. All right, this is interesting. This is interesting. Yeah, Joby did great. Joby did great, indeed. And the game ended quite early, because this is still going on, and the other games are still going on. Yeah, there is a question of my least favorite opening. I think my least favorite opening is Alohin defense with black, but I don't play that. But I think it's weird. What do you guys think about Alohin defense and least favorite openings? So Bar says that white is having winning position, but I really like black's position here. That's weird. White has extra 3 pawns, but look at black's pieces. They are so active. Knight a2. That is a sacrifice. If knight takes on e2, the rook comes on b2 with a check. All right. Then queen e8 is really ugly move. Yep, it was ugly. King's Gambit. I think King's Gambit is fun. I don't play e4, so I can say that it's fun. Would I have seen? There's so many good games there and so many ideas. It should be fun. Oh, Queen C8, and it's impossible to avoid Rook A8. This is very bad for white. But the game was really double-edged. It was really like, it was changing move by move. So this ended in a black's victory. And let me check if we have something going on. We do have many games. Wonderful Time. Let's check it out. Wonderful Time from Vietnam, right? He's playing Arena Kings quite often, and he's doing very well there. And in this game, white has a guarantee here as a draw, but I think he will go for more. And here we have white managed to capture all the pawns. Now knight and queen will create some mating threats. Yeah, knight should come on. I think on g4 is the best, but it's not that easy. So here the idea is that if white captures the queen, trades the queens, that's easy win. Queen d7 here, queen d8. He wants a checkmate. Okay, trade the queens. Oh! What? No! No, don't do that. You guys never do that. When you have a chance, please trade the queens here. Trade the queens, and with one extra knight, you can win. Ah, that is so bad end for white. Oh no, that was horrible. So if you don't understand what happened, we had 3 times the same position and the computer automatically stops the game and fixed the draw. In overboard chess, it's a bit different. You need to write down your move, stop the clock, call the arbiter. Arbiter has to take a look from first move till the end, so it's a long process. And that's it. You can agree, but the computer is easy. Online is easy in that sense. That was a bad thing. I think he saw the queen trade. Of course, he saw the queen trade, but he wanted to trap the queen, I guess, with the knight. Yeah, it was just bad luck. The game is still on. The game is still on. I'm sure black has already pre-moved all the moves. Let's see. This is funny. Some people are taking this at the best level. What is he going to do? Oh no! What he's going to do? He has 20 seconds though. Now he's getting the king backwards. Where the king goes? Oh my god. Where white had, in which position white had a chances? If you meant that game where it ended in a draw, this is gonna end in a draw too. if black behaves badly. In that position with extra knights with 2 pawns, it's easy to win. It's easy to win. It's also easy to win with only 1 pawn, even if it's a outside pawn, corner pawn. It's easy to win with extra piece. Seriously? Now he's giving the rook. Man, what is this? I mean, I don't know. Like, come on! B1 queen. How many ways there's checkmate? There's a B1 queen in one move. Thank you. Thank you. That's good. That's good. I think that was the last game. It's impossible to have more than that. Yeah. That was the last game. Okay. That was crazy. That was crazy stuff. So, yeah, he found it. Finally, he found the way to win with extra 4 queens. So, there was round 4. Now players are having about 5 minutes break. So, I'll take a break too. Please don't go anywhere. I'll be back just in 5 minutes or even less because I'm talking too much. So, I mean that don't go anywhere. I'll be coming back very, very soon. I am back. Here we are, we're back, and the next round will start very soon. But before we go to the next round, let's take a look quickly who are the players who has 100%. And here we have Christopher Yu. Yeah. It's gonna be hard for me to guess any of these grandmasters, but I see Bortnik over here, Baka. I think I know who is this player, but we will know about him later on. And in total, we have how many? 17 players with 4 out of 4. The next round has already started. You can see on the board the games. So we have 17 players, and there's no Hikaru there, or neither Grishchuk. That means that we're going to see a very interesting tournament, because I'm sure they will try to come back at the leaders' positions. So this, I guess, is our first board. Plenty from Argentina. Any idea who is Plenty from Argentina? Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at the position. Yeah. Rather than to know who is it. I have an idea who is this. Okay, we have that. Alan. Okay. Let's focus on chess. It's fair for me if I focus on chess. I love these pawns on the king side. I used to play like this when I was a kid, and I was winning a lot of games with king side attack. So black wants to push not that fast. We want to push g4, h4, h5. There is some moves like this, and knight f8, knight g6. That is nice. What black is trying here, I think he also wants to control the center. That's possible. That's possible. Why not? Yeah, another plan can be just to control the center and just to have more space. When you have more space, you have your pieces have a better time, so they have more squares to access. And yeah, with white, how this game started, let me very quickly check. It started one knight f3 and then b3, and then we see that d3 e3 is have been played here. So white did not really aim to control the center and to get the space advantage, and black used that chance. Why not? Yeah. So we have f4 here. That looks nice. What can be black's reaction? What can be here black's reaction? We might see e takes, or we might see not reaction at all. Best reaction is not to react at all. Is that applies to chess? Not sure. So yeah, it is quite tough decision. There's queen b6 and to attack on this weekend. I love queen b6. I just saw it because this not only attacks the pawn but also pins the pawn. So after this pawn takes, g pawn takes, e pawn takes. There will be pin on this diagonal, and white cannot take it back. So black will have extra pawn on his side. He saw it. Perfect. Don't react, keep the tension. Right. Yes. b3 and g3. I have that trauma, to be honest. Oh, okay. c5 happened. c5 happened. Black captured that pawn with the knight. Wait, I have to keep it up because I was checking the... because the bishop is hanging here. So bishop captured on e5, and now knight b3. Oh, that is a lot of blood over here. Let me update this game. Interesting. Yeah, I've seen Bortnik playing against Hikaru. He's quite impressive bullet player. I'm sure you guys have seen him playing a lot of bullets on Chess.com. Well, Black got an extra exchange, but look at white pieces. I think white has some initiative. It's too much to say. Yeah, compensation. Let's say compensation because of the active pieces. Yeah. We may go to the next game. Let's check it out. How Hikaru is doing. Yeah, we need him to be back at the leaders, among leaders, because it's more fun, of course, for everyone. And can he win this? He has an extra 2 pawns. And shouldn't be hard to win. All the pieces are active. If black trades the queens, then endgame is even easier to convert. Now queen is hanging, so we have queen trade and bishop e3. White guards all the pawns. Maybe rook a7 will attack this pawn. Yeah, rook a7. And the rook endgame, you might think that, oh, is it draw? It can be a draw. I don't think it's going to be a draw because these pass pawns here, they are very strong. So here we have a resignation and the king is too far. So there is no counterplay for black and we have resignation. Let's check out how Job is doing. Me as b2. Who's me as b2? If you guys know in the chat. He's a German grandmaster. So black has pair of bishop and very active rook. So I think this is a really good example what pair of bishop means, the power of pair of bishop. And white has to give up g3 knight because it was a checkmate. I'll quickly show that. So after this rook g1, knight cannot move anywhere because rook h1 was a checkmate. So this we have anyway the checkmate here. Joby was checkmate. So we need to know, we have to track down who is AMC B2 who did that. Ah, Matthias Blabaum. Okay, makes sense. He's quite strong. We're going to Grishuk's game. Grishuk has lost half a point. That's not a big loss, to be honest. And this is very easy win. He's going to capture b5 pawn just in any case. If something happens, draw is guaranteed. And now these moves are pretty much pre-moved. He's going to have 2 queens or he's going to checkmate with the king and the queen. I think he's going to have 2 queens. That's easiest. Yeah. Oh, what? It's Grishuk with white. No, it's okay. All right. I got a bit confused. I got confused because the king was on the side of Grishuk. All right, happens. So we have more games where we're checking. We're checking this one. Parhamov. So this is Iranian grandmaster. He's super grandmaster with very complicated first name. So we know him. We surely knew who is he. How he's going to win this? Is it actually winning? The computer says that white has a bit of edge, but it's not enough, I guess, to win. Rook h6, then rook g6, and the rook is stuck. The rook is stuck there, but also black has to make a move, so bishop somewhere, bishop here, I guess. Yeah, I think it's not enough to win. The problem is that white has to stuck with this pawn. The bishop attacks this pawn. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. But of course white is trying. White is trying, why not? Maksodlo. Oh, that's hard to pronounce. That's hard. I don't know if I can say that somebody's last name is hard because I have my own last name, as you can see on the screen, but it's just very hard to pronounce that sounds. Okay, he will try this a lot. Maybe we can move to the next game. Maybe he's trying to flag the opponent, right? Timofeyev, a Russian grandmaster. Mag Sodlu. Thank you. Thank you. Chat is always helpful. So, hold on. There is a chance when white just captures the bishop and goes to the opponent game. Maybe that's win. No, that's not winning. This is draw. This is draw. We can see some fun games. The opponent game is lost for black. How about this one? Oh, okay. This is not fun for white. This is not fun for white. B4 maybe? He's trying to activate the king. Yeah, and instead of knight b6 I think was better bishop b6, but we have this position already. And black is the one who is trying to win. The bar went on the top, so now a3 pawn will be... Bishop was hanging on a5! Oh no. Okay, this is not hard to win. Not hard to draw, actually, with white. This bishop. Poor bishop. So... it's winning position. It's winning position, a bit tricky, but winning. King b5 here. Then we kick the king backwards with rook h8, h7, and that's winning. Okay, yeah, poor bishop. We witnessed just tragic end of the bishop. The next round has already started. Yeah. So this is the leaders board. Let's take a look what happens if we have some changings. We have a lot of changings. We have only 5 people now with 100% after 6 rounds. Okay. Knight g5. That's weird move. Knight g5. He wants to push e4. Yeah, he wants to push e4, kick the bishop back, and now h3, I guess. So g4 will be also taken. No, bishop d3. I would play h6, knight f3, and bishop g4, just to get rid of this bishop. Yeah, h3. That's good. h3. So black will have a problem here with the development. Now he goes with knight a6, knight c7, then it will be a6, rook b8, and b5. This is pretty much typical for this kind of structures. But white can actually stop that, and on the other hand can play f4, rook e1, and to push e5, and white has more space advantage. And the white plays in the center, and the black plays on the queen side. So if white manages to do everything well, it's going to be a big advantage for white. Yeah. So e6. Is there e5 move? When black plays e6, there's e5. That's going to be fun to have this pawns here. So the idea is that when black reacts with d pawn, then we push d6 with white. So he captured e6 pawn. Yeah. Now black has backward pawn on d6, but that's not a tragedy here, because there's some ideas with connected with knight d7, knight e5, not anymore, because knight is too far. This knight is not doing much here. It's not a perfect piece. And what white is doing, white is just trying to get rook on d1 to control d file and to attack on d6, I guess. That's some sneaky idea. And it's not easy to guard this pawn on d6. Yeah. It seems like white has some play, white is attacking here, and black has to defend all these threats that white is playing. If knight d5, the knights from c7 will capture that knight for sure. Now this pawn is hanging. Bishop f8 looks okay. If not the only move. Oh, bishop e5. That's going to be tricky. Bishop e5, f4. Yeah. Bishop d4 takes, queen takes, and knight g3 to attack here, but I don't think it's enough forces. So knight e6. Can I capture? Yeah, I think white can capture on d6. Instead he goes with knight e6, rook e6, now regards d6 pawn. Knight b5 makes sense, bishop takes and a pawn takes, and there is a weakness. For a long perspective, what else we can find here? Maybe g4, bishop f4. Let's be greedy. No, he doesn't like that. I'm sure there will be some games with h7 sacrifices. I'm sure with that. Yep. Not in this game, not in this game. Alright, black got some counterplay here for sure. There is some counterplay for sure. Knight can come on f4, queen g5. But the computer says that it's not enough. Let's trust this computer. Meanwhile, we can go to the game of Hikaru. He's playing against Timator from Spain. FIDE Master, whose rating is 2700. That's impressive. And here we have 1 minute difference on the clock. Was when I started to talk, but not anymore. So it's equal position material wise. And I think the bishop h7 happened here in this game. Something happened here on h7 pawn. I was a bit late to come here. So black tries to trade the queens. That's of course safer because the king is a bit exposed. There's no h pawn here. Now this is hanging. Rook d8 makes sense, and white can start to play like this and this. Yeah. So rook b6 and a4. If knight takes, then b3. No, b3 is not working. b3 is not working, and a3. All right, smart. This is smart. And rook a8. White has three pawns for the knight, and earlier I said the knight is equal to 3 pawns, and I said that I prefer to have a knight because piece because it's sneaky. You can jump over there and here and promote. Let's see if it's true. He captures this pawn first with the knight. He activates the king, so king will guard the knight and rook b8 will come next. I told you guys piece is better than 3 pawns. It's more practical chances with pieces. King d6 because if knight takes b7, rook b5 pins the rook. So here we have a resignation and a blunder also. Before resignation we had a blunder. Let's go to the game of Krishuk. Oh, so many pieces over here. That's hard to adjust. Computer says that it's winning. It's winning because white pieces are extremely active, and the look at these pawns. Because of these pawns, the king is exposed. White managed to double the rooks on a file. We have one rook off. Queen e6 now is a threat. Queen e6, and knight g5, and we have we have white winning the game on time. Knight, yeah, queen was hanging. All right, queen has to move somewhere, and then queen e6, and it wins a piece. So this is 1-0, and let's go to the next game. What do we have over here? This game ended. This is from previous round. All right. Abject Gupta is one of the leaders who has 5 out of 5, and he's playing against Konavets from USA. Who is Konavets? Should be a well-known grandmaster, if you guys know. Queen versus rook, bishop, and 2 pawns. I think for black it's good to take a draw. Yeah, he's going to take a draw, because otherwise all these pieces are quite strong, and it's on the one flank, so they guard each other and help each other. Unless there is a terrible blunder, it should be fine here for black. Ah, Sevian. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So this game ended in a draw. This is pretty logical here to have a draw. We have this game, Rook Endgame, Wonder Champion and Quattro Porte playing against each other. Should be winning for black? Maybe not. I'm just thinking, is pawn endgame winning? Here, I think it's draw. We will see now. We will see now. Take, no, it's not take. I think it's draw. It's anyway draw now. King G2? Not so fast? Okay. Question in the chat. Is this game winning for white, or it's a draw? It's a theoretical game. I'm sure you know. And you can answer this question before they end the game. Draw. Yes, the game is draw because it's white is winning. No, the game is draw because it's it's a rook pawn, and the king can easily come in the corner to control this, and this is just a draw. And many end games, when there's h pawn or a pawn, is a draw because it's in the corner and there's no ways to access from the sides. From the side, only one side is possible. So this is draw. It's gonna end very soon. Do we have more games in progress? And this was a draw. Oh, nice! This is stalemate. Nice. It was a stalemate. So we had two leaders. Bluebaum, MSB2, and Christopher Yu. They have 6 out of 6. It's a good start. It's a really, really good start. Let me, if I can find that game, maybe we can see. Yeah, we can go there. So here we have this Nimzo Indian defense, and nowadays it becomes so popular to play bishop d2. So the idea is that if black ever dares to capture on c3, then we will capture with the bishop, and it's bishop on c3, guards e5 square, and knight will just comfortably get on e5. This is whole theory. I think bishop d6 is fine. Not anymore. f4 now makes sense to guard e5. Yeah, black could do it earlier, bishop d6, to avoid knight e5. And if anyone in the chat is London player, this position might be very pleasant for you, because we have this very strong center and very strong knight, and this bishop looking to h7 pawn. So Usually there is rook lift, but now white goes with queen f3. Where the queen goes? Queen goes on h3, I guess. Queen h3 or where? Queen g3. I would like to have rook f3 and rook g3. So he goes, oh, he goes bishop h4. Brilliant move. I like this. Let us know, so we'll laugh at you if you're a London player. No, London system is fine. It's fine. It works. It works. If your opponents don't know how to react with that, it works and it's fine to play. It's not so bad. Yeah, very likely you might get this this position in London system. It's not so bad. You guys, I have won so many games in this position because it's quite easy to play. White is attacking on the king side, black is attacking on the queen side, so we know what wins the game. The checkmate wins the game. So queen h3. Next can be g4, g5 or rook lift. Both working perfectly well. But before that, maybe there is some sacrifices here and here. How about that sacrifice? There is something very bad happening here for black. There should be some nice sacrifice. This knight is not guarded. So let's start with the rook, bishop e7. You guys see something? So he captures the knight on e4. Still the knight on d7 is hanging. But the thing is that black wants to capture this one. So I wish I have a computer lines just to see what's happening. Or I wish to have a brilliant mind to figure it out myself. Okay, that makes sense. If queen takes, knight takes, and then after bishop takes on h4, the c5 is hanging. This is very good deal for white to win a pawn. The bishop will be hanging later on, and it should be just good position. Yeah, knight c5. Yeah, it was a practical decision. We really wanted to see some sacrifices on f7, h7, whatever. But white made this decision. This is a very clean game. And the question is if it's enough to win, if it's enough to convert with two knights versus two bishop. But this pawn is here, passed pawn, and it's well guarded by e3 pawn. And there is no coordination of black bishops, and this bishop don't have any target. So we can leave this game and we can just say that white has better position. Let me check what flag it is. Okay, Tom and Principal. Okay, yeah, I didn't know this flag. To be honest. Let's go here. This is the game of Joby against Scrabba B. 2 pawns on the 7th rank. It's impossible to stop these pawns usually, and we have 2 queens on the board. So here we have a resignation. Let's take a look at the next game. Grishchuk. Grishchuk versus Parhamov. Black has a double pawn in the center. These pawns are weaknesses. As you can see, this knight attacks e5 and black knight has to guard it. But that's the only weakness in black's position. Otherwise, the rooks are very active. Now e4 pawn is hanging and white has to think somehow how to guard it, and rook comes on e1. It's a small island. All right, good to live on the island. Rook comes on b3. Right, it's quite hard here to play with white as well. Rook c5 maybe? Rook c1. 1 second. 1 second on the clock for black. Black has to speed up. Oh, he lost on time. He lost on time. That's not good. The position was a bit complicated. So this position with the leaders, both players have 6 out of 6. And here we have white lost a piece. Oh wow, white lost a piece. How that happened? The piece is for 2 pawns only. Yeah. Should not be very hard to convert this. Should not be hard to convert this, no. King captures now, king captures f6. And this is an extra piece, wow. Oh yeah, that's actually, I also have Polish flag, but I play for Georgia and I'm from Georgia, so people can choose, right, the flag. All right, they're still playing this game. Let me quickly check if we have another games going on, and we do have. Rook h2, and here we have a trade. Oh, he's not resigning. He's now resigning. Okay, who else is playing? Let's take a look at this. This is the end. The weekend game should be draw, I think. Should be draw because Rook is quite active. Yeah, what black is trying now is Rook d3 and Rook f3. And I think he managed. This is not draw anymore. This is not draw anymore because the pass pawns are very strong. Pass pawns are very strong. Yeah. Next will be f4. And oh wow. It's a bit dramatic end. King endgame is always draw. We have seen this. We have only 5 games left. So let's take a look at this one. White has an extra knight and rook already, so this is not hard to win. And knight f4, knight d3. Yeah, we have here resignation. How about this game? Oh no. The king is in the right corner, so this is a draw. And by the right corner, I meant, yeah, this is a draw. So when you have a dark square bishop, the right corner is the opposite. So this and this is the right corner. If the king is here somewhere, this is wrong corner and white can win. But here black managed to get the king in at the right position, so it's a draw. And this they are playing. They're still playing. I don't know how many moves they can play. They're playing quite a lot actually already. They're playing quite a lot. It's 122 moves. And rook e4 is a draw. He doesn't want. White doesn't want to draw. Oh no. Yeah, this is strange. Let me check if you have some other game, or we can just... Yeah, this is the last game. This is the last game, so it's around 7. Yes, and we have one more round, and then we're gonna have another break. So please tell me that this ended in a draw. Now we have only one player with 7 out of the 7. And we have 3 players with 5.5 out of 7. So it's almost the perfect square. And we have Grishuk here, so he's playing against the Sol leader. And we have b4. Is it Evan's Gambit? I think it's Evan's Gambit. It was angry. Oh, he was stabbed by the 50 moves repetition. All right, all right. They don't want it to do it, right? Yeah. So is somebody in the chat if Evan's Gambit player? It became such a it became such a popular lately after Dubov's brilliant game. You guys remember that game, right? But yeah, to be honest, I know this opening from my grandma, who also plays chess, who plays chess every day on Chess.com. We created the account for her, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago. After her retirement from the work, she was a bit depressed, but yeah, we created the account for her, and she's playing hours every day. She's playing in hours. And her rating is 1,200. This is decent rating. And lately she was complaining that she can't get through 1,300. So yeah. What about this position? I don't know the opening because I'm not e45 player, but I see that black is fine here. All the pieces are well developed. White has still to develop the bishop, and to be honest, when there is not d4, c4 or e4 pawns with white, it's a bit weird because you know, you always go to play these active moves to control the center better than, yes. Oh, she's very strong. She is very strong. She is very, very strong for her level. And she won some tournaments among her colleagues, so yeah. All right, how the bishop goes to the game. That's interesting. Yeah, I really like here black's pieces. Don't know what's the plan. Maybe queen d7, rook d8 to attack on backward pawn. Now knight c4 wins this, but also gives up e5 or not. Maybe. We will see that. We will see that. And there is a funny thing that my grandma has a brother, also around 80, and he has some health issues lately, and he cannot move. He can't move that much, and he spends most of the time in the bed or in the room, and he also enjoys to play a lot of chess. So we also created Chess.com account for him. Once they accidentally played each other because they are at the same level, and they don't know how to challenge each other because, you know, grandma in Georgia and grandpa. So they don't know how to challenge each other, and they accidentally played the game, and it was such a joyful time for everyone in the family. Yeah. Yeah. So bishop takes on c3. That wins a pawn, but white can get really active. White can get on the 7th rank, and it's okay. When you have an active rook, it's okay to lose one pawn. And if black goes to capture those pawns, then has to give up these two. So that's why the bar says here equal, because it's impossible to win without a rook, and rook has to be stuck here on f7. If you think that, how about rook f4? But then this rook will be stuck on f7. So one of the black's rook has to be stuck on f7 pawn. And and there is some moves like this and this, or white can simply play this h4, king g2, and just repeat the moves, and it's no way to improve here the position with black. I get that's true. Let's Just Live community already knows my tech skills. They know that's right. Grandma taught me how to play chess, and I have heard tech skills too. That's right. That is very much right. Just capturing rook b7. It's a draw. Yeah, we have a draw. Back to we have not seen Hikaru's game. Let's take a look at Hikaru's game and how he's doing. He has 6 out of 7, not so bad. It's not bad at all. So it means that he made 2 draws and against honest games from Romania. So what about this position? Black seems very active. Black has an extra pawn, and now he's going for this second pawn. Yeah. All right, Rook could not take on b6 because it was a back rank problems for white, and white was losing a piece, so f3 was played because of that reason. And this is too much of pawns. This is too much of the pawns. Now f pawn will be gone with a check. White is looking for some counterplay with rook d7 and f6. Yeah, rook a7. I wanted to mention that, but he's faster. He's faster. Rook here, and just to guard this pawns with the... Just to go there. It's winning, right? It's winning. It says draw. Okay, king can't capture an f7 because there is a pin, and black has to give up the pawn. And once again, we have knight for 2 pawns. The computer says this is winning for white, because we know already white can collect all these pawns. Oh, that's upset. That's upset for Hikaru and his fans. Knight d4. Okay, if rook takes on d4, then... What? This is a draw! No! Why would you do that? Okay. Oh no. Not bad though, not bad. But I'm sure it was winning. I'm sure it was winning. Let's see what we have over here. This game has ended. It was because of the time, yeah. And he just guaranteed a draw, so yeah, makes sense. Yeah, true. I'm very strong here with the computer, 2 screens and the bar. Yeah, that's right. So queen endgame, black is winning if what? Yeah, this is winning endgame. Because the king can easily come over here and hide behind the queen and then push c pawn. Yep. Yeah, I agree with that he took because of the draw, not because he did not see that. I agree with that, yeah. It's I think it's most practical chance to not to lose on time. And when you know that Hikaru can flag you, right? So it was also that case. All right, king took too long way. Queen e3. This is easy win. This is easy win. c3, king b3. It should be in. Okay. c3, king c4. Yeah. And then king b3 and black captures this. c2. Yeah. Yeah. So it's. Oh. What? This is too much. It's good that we have a break after this round. It's too much. That was a pre-move. I also have a pre-move queen. Like, I will automatically make a draw here as well. That's a stalemate. Oh. No, and he had 6 out of 7, so really, really good chances. All right, let's take a look at the last 2 games, then we go to the break, and we'll come back and we'll take a look at the standings to see the points. Yeah, you guys cannot see the points, right? All right, so nice, and the rook versus rook, that should be draw, but the king is already on the back rank, so it makes black to have some chances. But yeah, they agreed on already on a draw. So this round has ended. At this point, we have a break now. The players have a break. I'll take a 5-minute break, and I'll come back right after, and we can take a look at the standings. So please don't go anywhere. I'll be back shortly. All right, I'm back. It took me a while to to get the voice, but I have voice. I hope I have the voice. And this is the final part of Title Tuesday. So the 8th round has already passed, and now starts the 9th round. Let's very, very quickly take a look at the standings. Can do that. Can we do that? I think we can. And we can also have the game on the board. So this is our standings. We have 2 players at the leader's position with 7.5 points out of 8. They have made only 1 draw against each other, I guess. And then we have many players with 7 points out of 8. And yeah, on the board you can see Grishuk against Bortnik. I bet you know these 2 players. They're extremely fast players, and you can also take a look at the other games. So Hikaru, let's take a look at Hikaru's game. He's playing against Benjamin Bock, a grandmaster from Holland, who is also a streamer at Chess.com. He's doing very well. He has 7 points. I'm sure he's also streaming. You can check out his channel, but come back. Don't stay there. Come back. Make sure that you come back here. This position is interesting. We might have opposite castle game where we're gonna have a lot of fun. Of course, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Right now e4 pawn is hanging, but if white captures e4 pawn, that means that white has to give up a2 pawn, and I don't know if it's worth to give up this pawn because the king is on c1 and it will be weak. So I believe white is considering here queen c4 move that guards a2, attacks c6, and also keeps the eye on e4. I would play that move. But well, I'm not Hikaru, so he's thinking, and let's see all together what decision he will make. He captures on e4. Wow. Okay. And the bar did not went crazy, so he knows something that we don't know. And what is that? Bishop c5. Okay, now this is also hanging, so he has to play queen b7. This attacks the rook and opens the way to rook d7. This pawn is will be hanging in the end. So black has to move the rook. If check, king goes on d2, and the queen will be hanging and the rook will be hanging at the same time. So this is not a good deal for black. How about rook e8? Yeah. c3. That's nice. It blocks the bishop, so there will be no more nasty threats here on b2, and white has here some ideas like this, and there's also g4, g5, so it will be comfortable to play here with white. But anyway, I would not give up a2 pawn. How you guys do that? Would you give up a2 pawn? I would be scared. I would be scared. Once again, greetings to Let's Just Live community who just joined here. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. So after a3, black is thinking. Black has to take care of the king. Maybe run away. No, it's too slow because this is hanging. This is hanging. So yeah. Oh, yeah, it's so hard to play it. You can see on the clock, he's down to 1 minute. A not easy position to play here with black. White can do now g3 not to lose this pawn, or push h5, and then just to double the rooks on d file. King cannot escape on h7 so far because f7. Pawn is hanging. Black has to do something like this or like this, but then will be under bishop c5. So we can assume that white has here pleasant position. I really wanted to go forward and move to the other game, but we see the bar and we have to take a look why this bar went so down for black, so it gives black an advantage. Okay, that is why. So after pawn takes, queen takes, king goes over here, queen b3, and black has a draw there. But if black wants more, it's also possible after king h7, rook a8. Oh, that's painful. Yeah, so h5. h5 was my suggestion, so you can blame me. You can blame me for this. Yeah, bishop c3, I did not really saw that was coming. So it means that Benjamin Bach is quite familiar to puzzles, and I'm sure he's doing a lot of puzzles. So that's how you get these ideas. Hello everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining. This is the end part of the tournament, but it's not the end yet. We still have several more rounds to go. So yeah, please don't leave me. So white did not capture the bishop, so that leaves black with extra 1 pawn. Yeah. Not bad. There is e5 that also guards f7 pawn. Now black can finally play king h7. We call it artificial castle. I don't know if it really looks like a castle, but if rook moves f8 and then king goes to g8, it will be a castle. No, there was a blunder. Can we see this game once again? What happened? Rook a7 was a blunder here, because after queen f7, king cannot go back. There's a rook d8, so he had to play g6, and after g6 this bishop is hanging on f6. So that's the game over. Let's quickly go to the game of Grishuk. He's playing on the seconds. He has 3 seconds in this position, and he's down to piece and many pawns, 2 pawns. So yeah, they're just blitzing right now, or bulleting. I think the name is blitzing still. Well, I'm sure you guys have seen Grishuk having seconds on the clock in over the board chess, so for him this is nothing. This is nothing. Might be comfortable. Ooh, there is another piece blunder, so that's why you should not give up. You should never give up. Rook g6 and rook d6, but couldn't find a follow-up. What? No, there was a horrible blunder. He wanted to get this rook out of the pin, but why? Maybe that was a mouse click. That was unfortunate what we have seen. And this game has ended. White won, right? White has an extra rook. I was just looking at the white player. I think this is Grandmaster Bologan. Yeah. Now, newborn now. Interesting. Okay, let's see if we have something live. We have some games, and let's go here. Rook and oh, this is lost, is it? No, black escaped. Oh, wow. This is not a dreamy position. Okay, so white wanted to end this in a draw, so rook e1 was played. I thought white would play more, but okay. It was a mouse slip, right? Yeah, king h1 was a mouse slip. That's unfortunate. But what he's doing? What he's doing with the king? Yeah, that was unfortunate. But okay, we have to move on. So let's once again take a look at the standings. So we have only one player with 8.5. This is almost perfect score. He made only one draw so far after 9 games. And Sam, right? He's from USA. And we have also Alexander Bortnik from Ukraine. He has 8 points out of 9. I believe he also made 2 draws. And we have Andreikin with 8 points. For Chess on YouTube. Okay. So about the position, what do we have over here? E4, E6, that should... No, E4, E6, not E4, E6, it was Sicilian, right? With C5, yeah. Me, as a true Sicilian player, I did not recognize the position. Yeah, but this got my eyes off E4 and E6 pawns. But it came from Sicilian, where black goes with E6 setup. And 95 is not very much liked by the computer, maybe because of capture F4, that attacks the queen, then E5, and that forces knight to go backwards, which leaves king here in the center. But yeah, white just decided to ruin the pawn structure and to capture D4 pawn with C, and here we have very good center for white and double pawns for the black. So yeah, that's a good deal. 2 bishops versus 2 knights. Now bishop a6 is a threat, so rook has to move or queen has to move to avoid that. Both possible and both are good. Rook e1 was played. Now maybe queen e3, queen f4 ideas, and white has to finish the development for sure with knight c3. That looks logical move. Knight c3, rook c1, rook d1. And the question is where the king goes. Okay, this is the question to Chad. Last time you guys won. I thought he would castle in Hikaru's game, but he did not castle, and many of you said that it will be no castle. So how about in this game? Do we have long castle, short castle, or he will remain the king in the center? My answer, okay, one less answer. There will be no short castle anymore. It will be long castle. Is so suspicious. So I would stay with this idea, king in the center idea, and also in Sicilian it's quite common. We do that often in Sicilian because we can't castle, and that's okay. I think after all, black is fine. There's rook d4 or rook g4 or queen g4 ideas. If the game goes to the end game, then with pair of bishop, that's fine, and these pawns will not be weakness anymore. So maybe queen g4. Next move, please play. Yeah, should be fine. Castle. So you guys said that it's going to be a castle. Yeah, in many positions of Sicilian, black remains in the center because it's safer there. Like, it's safer than the sides. So here we don't have castle. But black has some play. Black has some play on g-file. It's not so bad. Okay, it could be worse. It could be worse. Knowing from my practice, it could be worse. So is this pawn eatable? No, it's not eatable because after rook g7, queen has to come and rook comes back. So it's eatable. Yeah, here we have queen h7. And queen h8, and then white has a move to go. d4, c3, e5 also, and f6. Yeah, it was many moves. Right. Queen e7 is a check. Oops. And g3. Okay, computer hates g3. I know why. I know because we have this move. Or we have this move first. Okay. There is something connected with rook h8 and bishop d2. Now bishop d2, knight d2, knight queen h4 gets a black one pawn back. But that kind of trades the queens. Rook f6. Okay. Rook f6. g4 is not working. There is some tactic. Who is good at tactics? Is somebody good in tactics? King g2, knight takes, and bishop e2. Black wants to get this bishop on g4, I guess. Something is wrong. Something is wrong and I can't see. Is there something connected with e5 or f4 or f3? It's still good for white. He was supposed to take the knight. Yeah, I don't really get. So after queen g4, now this gets really dangerous for white, because after rook h4, how white is guarding the h1 square? e5? And what is the winning? Oh, rook c4. Rook c4 is winning. Yeah, rook c4. Now capture that and queen g5. All right, and here we have this move. Nice. Nice, guys with 3000 just played amazing game. Not so bad. So we have here Exotic Princess against Ali Rashbot from Iran, I guess. Iran, yes. White is not having good position for sure. There's no bishop for Joby, but he's still trying to play. All right, rook comes on c1 with a check, and it's hard to survive in this position. Queen g5. What is that? Okay, that was a checkmate. So Hikaru against Bortnik. This is interesting. Let's keep the eye on it. So pair of rooks against queen and 2 pawns. Material wise should be winning for white. And what's happening over here? g7. Yeah, black has to quickly manage to get the rooks on the back rank, but that's quite passive. That's quite passive. You know what? There is a road. There is a safe road to h8. It's not even winning. So yeah, maybe something different. Maybe something different. Oh, draw. Yeah, there was a draw. Yeah, it should be winning for white. It should be winning for white, but with this time on the clock, we can't figure it out. Players could not figure it out, and yeah, we could not either. But my idea was perfect. king to get on h7, and then to promote to the queen, so rook can take. Both rook can take, and my king will be on g8, and there will be no queen on the board and no pawn on the board, and black simply comes and collects the pawns. So yeah. it was a nice idea. Let's go to the next game. We have several games in progress. What looks interesting? This is interesting. Yeah, it looked interesting before we arrived here. So this is winning for black. Gupta was leading, one among the leaders at this title Tuesday, but he lost this game. So one last game. Here we have a woman grandmaster. Is this Tatev? I think this is Tato. No, I don't know. Who is it? Tato, who is this? Player with the black pieces is a woman grandmaster from USA. Plays for USA. This should be draw. Should not be hard to make. No one can dance better than Exotic Princess. That's true. There's no second opinion about that. The main is to dance when you stream. That's the key. That's the key. So this game has ended, and let's quickly take a look at the standings. What do we have over here? So how many? Oh, we have one player with a point ahead. So and this is the last round. It's the last round. So we might have tie breaks, or we might have here a clear winner. Bortnik has a good chance to catch up, and they are playing the last round, so this is a very important game for both of players. They both have chances. And then we have Manny with 8 points out of 10, so we're going to be focused on this game for sure. Yeah. We're going to be focused on this game. This is the final round, and after all the rounds, we have 379 players still in progress, still in playing. Yeah, it's Sevian with black pieces, and with white pieces we have Alexander Bortnik. So, you guys, who do you think gonna win this game? Do you have any ideas? Any thoughts? Yeah, this is interesting position. Let me get in here. So what do you guys think who's gonna win, or who do you support? Maybe you support your countryman, maybe you support your favorite player. Just let me know. Yeah. Rook b8 was played. Black clearly wants to develop the bishop from c8, and it was impossible because this pawn was hanging. f4. White wants to open up the f file. Can I capture that f4 pawn? I think it's normal to capture. And okay, I dropped the piece on the way. So here and here. Here and here, yeah. Okay, I see that most of you support Bortnik. Okay. All right, so Rook e5 was played. I have a feeling that White might have some tactics, or maybe it's just my feelings. Maybe it's just my feelings, and just so that the bishop is gone from c4. Yeah, bishop is gone from c4. Seems quite slow. Seems quite slow, this game. White has not too much of the time. Yeah. Black seems to do it. Yeah, black seems to be in a perfect shape today. 10, 9.5 out of 10. This is perfect. This is perfect. I know perfect is 10 out of 10, but still this is perfect. And he managed to do in the tournament where our super grandmasters playing and very, very strong online players playing. So yeah. We're going to be focused on these games. The other games are already in progress. Let's quickly take a look at the game of Hikaru and Timofeyev. This looks interesting. End game, like study. The end game that you have to study. I don't see Grishuk. I see now. Let's take a look at the game of Grishuk as well. He is doing alright. He's doing alright. I think it's very close to equal, but he's struggling on the time. So we can come back at the first board, and here we have not much change. White is trying to guard e1 square. So after f4, this weakened White's king actually. So yeah, maybe it was not the best idea, but I really liked it because the bishop c4 was attacking f7. Now b7 pawn is hanging, but it's going to be very tricky if White takes that. After knight a5, it's fork. We call it fork. h3. This is smart move. Just in any case, to run away with the king makes sense here. b6 and queen c7. Oof. That's too greedy. That's too greedy. Maybe just to take. Knight e5. Black wants to get more pieces into the game. Draw is fine here for black. Black wants two results: win and draw. So it's gonna be fine if black managed to draw for him. Yeah, I think boarding should not really risk. He can take second place. Second place is also good, and we have prize for second place, but we don't have prize for 10th place. All right. And you guys see that so many players can catch him. There's plenty of tons of players with 8 points. So if they manage to win, and for sure somebody will win there, all of them will overtake him. So draw is also okay result for White. This seems okay after knight f4 with the idea to play queen e2 and queen g2, but he goes with queen f3 and queen e3. He's going to do some checks over here, and boarding will accept that. Yep, not so bad. White cannot try here more. White can't escape to the other side because after queen h1 this loses the rook. So here we have the winner of the tournament. Let's very quickly take a look at the game of Hikaru and Timofeyev, and then we're gonna take the look to the at the final standings. So still White has here a pair of bishop and winning endgame. Bishops are very strong in the endgame. King a6, b7, bishop a7 makes sense here. The other way, how to win this, king c6. Yeah, king a6, b7 and rook, bishop a7. The bar is jumping. So hard to spot this kind of ideas. So what White decided here is to get the king on the king side and to get g5 pawn. Knight is super tricky piece and moves so much around. And king a6 finally, b7, b7, note. All right. Is this draw? This might be a draw. This might be a draw. So the idea is that to keep the knight close to g4 pawn and the king in front of the b pawn. White is trying to get... Oh no. White is trying to get the king on king side, and now he will capture g5, and this is winning. This is winning for sure. Now if black captures the pawn, the king will safely go to c6, or a6 even better, and yeah, king is out. So we might see here a resignation. And the other games has been finished. Let's take a look at the final one. Sergei Gulkov against Super Notar. This is very annoying. This is very annoying position, can last forever, and I hope they will make quickly draw. Okay, so how many of you guessed that someone else will win the tournament? Congratulations to all of you, because you'll get a lot of points. Okay, this gonna be very long. Let me check if we have something else, something more interesting. This is also draw, as we mentioned earlier. There's a pawn on a file, and it's not winning. This is also draw. Okay, this is one last game. We can be focused on that forever. Up to 50 moves. This is not cool. This is the final game. They both have 6.5. They don't have a chance to get in top 4, right? To get the prize. That is right. What is more annoying, knight and the rook versus rook, or knight and the bishop versus rook? Indeed! Perfect! Here we have the winners. The first place goes to Sevian from USA. I hope I pronounced well the name. Then second place goes to Alexander Bortnik, and third place goes to Hikaru Nakamura. So congratulations to all the winners. We also have the best streamer, best female player, and fourth place who will get the prize. I don't know for sure who is the fourth place. Maybe it's Andrekin. What I say here is Andrekin. So that was it. Thank you so much, chat, to be so active today. It was a teamwork. It was a good teamwork. We guessed some moves, we did not guess some moves. We have seen so much of stalemates today, and that crazy queen's game, extra 4 queens on the board. So that was very, very nice. I hope you guys also enjoyed. Yeah, let me know which game was your favorite. And yeah, mine is for sure that crazy queens game, and then this stalemates, one of the stalemates. And yeah, that was it. Just a second. Yeah, I think when we started, I thought Hikaru or Grishuk would win this, but we see this, and I'm sure that Sam deserves this title for sure. And here is the huge news. It's very, very big news. So guys, be careful to listen to me. For those who are watching us on YouTube, and for those who are watching us on Twitch, they can also get. We have a very special guest for you in the newest video. So this guest is one of the strongest chess player of all the chess history, and there is a game. He analyzes the game, or she analyzes the game on Opera. game. I'm sure you have heard about it. This is polymorphy game, one of the best chess games. So it's gonna happen right now. The premiere will gonna happen right now. So make sure that you see this. I'm going to see that myself too, yeah. Just make sure that you see this one. So thank you very much for being here. I'm Katie. I also stream on Let's Just Live or also on my private channel. You can follow these two channels and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye. Thank you.